and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Let's go.
Round one, fight.
Thank you for tuning in to the Crypto Street Podcast. Here are your hosts, Killer Whale, Prince, and Crypto Dale.
And remember to tip your waitress.
Hey guys, so got this conference coming up. What's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Crypto Dale. I am joined by my bestest friends in the entire planet, Killer Whale.
Hello.
You got some cufflinks gone tonight, buddy?
I do, actually. You know where I got them from?
Please tell.
Cufflinks.com.
Holla.
Use the promo code CRYPTO20 for 20% off your first order.
Hey, Prince.
What's up?
Give us that weather report, boy.
Overcast. It's overcast.
Overcast.
Yeah.
It's the lamest weather report you've ever given.
Wow.
Overcast.
This weather's
It's overcast at bitrex.com and Binance.com.
Hey, man, take it easy. Take it easy, man.
Sorry. I had I popped some caffeine pills. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
do some
you're amped
running.
up. Yeah.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I was going to say that.
So guys, let's just take a moment of silence for Dale getting liquidated an hour before the podcast. Please. Thank you.
Oof.
So,
All right.
where was your price? Where was your liquidation at?
89.44.
And how much leverage were you using?
Come on. 25x.
20. Ooh. Living adventurous.
I think I was talking with Empty about this the other night. I don't really have a lot on my BitMEX because if I did, I would be fucking broke.
Yeah. I agree.
Absolutely broke. I am not good at it. Angelo, I would love some lessons. AABTC, one of you guys, I'd love it.
Yeah, reach out.
Reach out. Teach me.
I love how you guys could not be more different with how much leverage you use on Mex.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah. Prince is the little pussy.
For me, a big leverage play is getting up to that 5x.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Now, one day you
woo!
sent a message in the chat. You're like, oh, shit. I'm so nervous right now. I'm like, we're like, why? I'm 5x leverage on a Bitcoin long. Oh, yeah. What's your liquidation? Like $3,000 less than entry price. Shut up.
You know what? It could be worse. I saw SoCal posted a picture of one of his BitMEX trades, and his liquidation price was like $1,400. I was like, bro, like, this was like a week ago.
That's the kind of
Nice.
stuff I like right there. I've had
saw that
positions
too.
where it's like 0.5 times leverage, 0.75. Those are my favorite. I like those.
Wiz says he's still open on his 100x revenge long after the big liquidation under 7K. What was your entry price? Wiz
There's no way you're still open on that.
Castnet account.
made it all back on my most irresponsible trade yet. Yeah, Wiz, I like you. I'm calling your bluff. Sorry.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
6,800 screenshots, bro.
Screenshots. Picture didn't
yeah.
happen.
Oh god,
there's
Zach's here.
There are some times where it's like back when I was like true to Jenning, when I first found out about BitMEX, like I had a little bit of money on BitMEX and I would just open a trade like 100 times leverage right before I went to sleep, and I was like, well, I'm either gonna wake up rich or liquidated. And like it was like
My
it was
favorite
fun,
thing,
though. Every
yeah.
time I woke up, I was like, oh,
That was my
what
favorite.
happened?
Going to sleep with a leverage long open. Like when I first got into crypto, that is all I traded. I only traded on BitMEX. I didn't do like alts or anything. To me, alts were the weirdest freaking things ever. You know, it was like, what are these coins and why do they look like garbage? And why are people actually trading this? Right? I didn't understand it. So I was only on MEX, and like that was just terrible. But you learn a lot. But yeah, going to bed with a nice high leverage position open and just sleeping like a baby overnight and then waking up and seeing it's like, have I been blessed or not? Have I been liquidated?
Well,
And sometimes you're in a nice profit. So
Yeah. You put it in the hands of fate and the
Yeah.
crypto gods, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
They either smile upon you during the night or they bend you over.
You know, I kind of feel like it's that way with your portfolio in general. Like I always, when I wake up, I always, refresh my blockfolio first thing I do, and like kind of one eye open, squinty, my other eye shut, like just kind of like, hey, where we at today?
Yeah.
So,
How you been structuring your portfolio lately, Dale?
I'm pretty well all in alts, waiting for
Nice.
hopefully the start of alt season, if it's ever coming. Rest in pieces.
Been all in alts for the last 7 months. Been waiting.
Yeah. Oh, yo, what's up, Colleen? I keep some Bitcoin handy, and I've got some Ethereum too. Just I don't like to deplete my Bitcoin and Ethereum
Nice.
reserve, so to say. But
know
I'm pretty heavy in 2 alts.
I don't want to hear them.
And I'm pretty sure everyone knows what they are.
I think I can very well guess both of them.
Yeah.
I think one rhymes with mux and the
Mux.
other one men.
Yes.
Mux, man.
Mux, man.
What a combo. Killer, how are you handling your portfolio these days?
So it's very weird. Like I don't think this is like a smart allocation. I've kind of been beaten into this allocation by being a bad trader, but I like have very little Bitcoin. What little I do have is on Mex, which
Nice.
should go to show you how little I have, and then very little Ethereum too.
Yeah.
But those are my 2 favorites, like the 2 blue chips in crypto, I
Yeah.
think. But I'm like 99, I'm like 95% in alts probably, or 97%.
I'm up there too right now. Like I got a lot in alts, but I'm kind of playing it a little different. Like I more differently than I've ever really structured myself in alts. And it's like I've never really been the guy to go hunting low caps. And when I say low caps, I'm talking like a 20 to 40 million market cap. But I've been doing it, and I've just been finding that I like the profits when you pick the right ones. So
There's nothing wrong with picking the right one.
well, it's tricky, right? Like I find like you go on the DEXs, the decentralized exchanges, and you can find a lot of winners kind of, I guess, in their early stages, when nobody's really aware that they're out there yet, but you can tell it's like, okay, well, you look at the project and you're like, this isn't a $30 million project. Like, give me a break when you look at the rest of the crypto sphere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm liking those trades because, I'm not concerned about the chart with these types of trades. These are strictly, I'm just playing a market cap right now, kind of, and it's different, but yeah, you just got to be patient, and they usually come around if you pick the right ones. There's a lot of crap, so you got to be careful,
Well, it's like the thing is too, people have to differentiate between a good long-term project and something that's probably a better investment for the next year, right? Because I think Ethereum is far and away the best smart contract platform right now. But at the same time, Ethereum's already gone from like $8 to 700 or like 1,200 at one point in the past year and a half. So I mean, a lot of the gains, like the crazy exponential gains, they're probably gone on Ethereum. I still think it's going to do well, and I think it's going to be the leader in that space. But you have competitors that are valued, at 100th of the market cap. So those can be better investments. Meanwhile, they're not actually better projects, quote unquote.
Yeah, to me, it's like the bigger market caps are more for me, it's like I'll trade them. It's like I'm actually just maybe playing a chart kind of thing. Whereas these ones, it's a bit of a different trade. I'm not really watching a chart and a potential chart setup. It's just like I saw someone chatting here mention Tomo. I think Tomo is such a great example of one of these kinds of plays that I'm looking for. I was a part of the Tomo run there, so that was nice. Not as big as I would have liked, but that was just a perfect example of that, getting that 20, 40 million market cap, kind of like a sweet spot. And, like it was kind of a no-brainer with Tomo. So,
Hey, want everyone to know Crypto Khalifa Wiz, we call him. He sent us a screenshot of his entry price. Killer, did you see his liquidation or his leverage? Because I did not.
Nope, that's what I was gonna say. He sent us the entry price, but that 100 times needs a little bit more proof there, buddy. Not
So
saying I
I'm-
don't believe you, but I don't believe you.
What do you guys think? Is Ether gonna get to 3K this year, like Alex thinks?
God, I don't know.
That's
I
tough.
don't know. That's a tough call. Like,
I think 3K is a little bit optimistic, but I think it's without a doubt that Ethereum is going to get there within a year and a half. But I mean, we have 6 or 7 months left in this year, so that's for Ethereum to quadruple from
Mhm.
here. That's going to be a little bit tough, but
Yeah.
definitely possible.
I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't be, holding my breath for that, to say the least. But it's crypto. Who are we to say that it won't happen? We have seen some ridiculous shit in this space happen. So, like, what, Pickle Ricks, or
Yeah, what the hell is that?
what is this coin, Ricks? Like, I don't even know what it is. I just think it's on Cryptopia, and I just seen people talking about Ricks and how it's up like 100x or whatever.
Someone needs to clarify. Did Crypto Rick have any Ricks?
Probably
did.
not.
He made
Did
the project.
Oh, he made the project.
So he is raking
Not
in the
really,
cash.
Wait, Jonathan Braga, sent to be listed on Binance soon. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. If you read their most recent update, I think their CEO was schmoozing and boozing with the CEO of Binance recently. So it's possible.
It
There's
better
a
be.
reason to speculate, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
With
what I
that
would
last
say.
shit coin that they listed, like we talked about.
Oh, BCN.
Dude, what the hell is that?
Marcus,
I don't even really know much about the story of that. All I heard was like the blockchain wasn't even really working for it when it got listed.
I just heard, basically what Roy told us the other night is basically all I know about it and what Natso was saying. But I mean, those are two guys that I trust and respect. So I would. They're just not going to say something.
Yeah. Here's a good. Marcus asked, why did we stop doing bullish bearish at the end of our episodes? I think it was kind of like maybe just a thing where it was getting a little depressing consistently saying bearish. There was a good span there where it was just everything was under and bearish for like probably a month and a bit. So yeah, we kind of just chilled off on that. Maybe we'll get back into that though.
It's probably not a bad idea. Like Prince said, it's you could throw a dart at a dartboard and pick a coin, and you're going to be bearish on it at the time. So, Joey, no.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's exactly the reason. It's like, we'll definitely bring it back at some point, bullish, bearish, and over under. But it was just like it was making everybody sad, and you can like hear
a little repetitive,
the bears started. Yeah. Like we were just like not happy campers at all.
Yeah.
Kind of like nobody was probably, but
it was getting pretty sad for a little while,
Where do you think we go from here? Because Bitcoin just dumped in like the couple of hours prior to us starting this from about 93 or 92 to 8,900 currently.
Yeah. Bitcoin's kind of tricky right where it is right now to me. It's not a zone I would want to be opening up, any leverage positions. Obviously, like, you've been seeing a lot of people posting the hidden bullish divergence scenario, which is, to me still valid. But, it's not always 100% kind of play, and I could still see a situation where we go lower.
Did you say a bullish divergence?
Yeah, it's hidden bullish, they call it, right? I've seen it in
chart because
the
divergence. Oh, okay.
Although I don't got the daily up right now, so maybe it's destroyed. But
I'm watching it like a hawk.
Yeah,
I think I think I might be seeing like I don't know. I think it might be like a bearish divergence on the daily.
And that's the other thing, right? Yeah, like, and there's that to be said too. So this is where I'm saying, like, to me, this isn't a situation where I would want to be opening up any kind of leverage positions, because straight up, to me, there's just a lot of indecision kind of within the chart. So, moments like this, just chill out and wait for things to play out a little more.
I think we're gonna test back down to the low 8s.
Yeah, and that to me, that would be fine too.
And then probably bounce up to 100,000.
Well, and that's the thing. We've had a nice little run here, and retraces are healthy parts of a run up. So I think it's all fine. Although we've seen a lot of people all of a sudden jumping on that bandwagon. Oh, we're going for 12K just as it was kind of topping out for this little run up, and so it'll be interesting to see how everybody's opinions change within day to day. For all we know, crypto Twitter could be telling us we're going back to 2K right away. So
yeah, it'll have a 5% increase, and then we'll be going back to
yeah. Somebody retweeted an Angelo tweet of like he posted it like 2 weeks ago, I think, or he tweeted it 2 weeks ago. He was saying everything that happens below 10K is to shake out everybody before it goes to 14K. And he didn't really give a reason, but if you guys know Angelo, he's like maybe like easily one of the best crypto traders. I mean, he tops the BitMEX leaderboards pretty consistently. One of the more wealthy guys in the space, one of the more connected guys in the space, like a true OG. He's pretty quiet on Twitter, but I would trust his opinion certainly above my own. So
yeah.
That tweet was actually a while back. I remember that tweet when it was around, like, I don't know, it was like, I think around 8K or 9K or something, and then it went down to like 6K and back up. And so I think a lot of people saw that tweet and were like, oh, time to rush in and get long because we're going to 14K, and then they just got liquidated.
Yeah.
Feeling.
Well, that's the thing. It's like he said that tweet, but there was no timeline. There was no like, we're going to hit this before we hit that, so it very well could go to like 5,000 right now and then go to 14. Who knows? But
you see, I still believe, before we go down to that 4K range, we're going to go up to that, 13, 14K, and then we'll go down. People might not like hearing that, but that's what I'm kind of guessing is we're going to see. We'll see if it happens. But so far, my assumptions are kind of going.
Yeah. Zach says, is that Fundstrat report about 45K by end of 2018 bearish or bullish? So for anybody who doesn't know, Tom Lee, who was a former equity strategist for, I think, like JP Morgan at one point, but now he's in crypto, or at least involved in crypto. I don't know if he's exclusively crypto, but anyway, he had a report talking about Bitcoin miners and how like the sort of like break-even profit level is acts as a floor for Bitcoin prices, and he's predicting 45K by the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Ari Paul actually had a nice kind of critique of that, where he said he very much respects Tom Lee, but it's a little bit more complicated than a certain price just being the break even for Bitcoin, because the behavior of miners changes as Bitcoin approaches those prices. And it's sort of the thing where, miner sentiment follows price, not the other way around. And price decides everything. It's like people's opinions on coins change when it goes up 100%, even though nothing has changed in the coin itself. Everybody associates price with how well a coin is going to do into infinity. So I don't think it's bearish, but I don't think it's quite as bullish.
Yeah, like I don't know if I'm as bullish as that, but don't get me wrong, like I am definitely bullish ending out 2018. Like I think, we're going to continue to see some pretty aggressive moves in this market. And it's going to be tough for, a long more time, but that's what makes it fun. But yeah, I do believe, like we're going to get up there. We're going to see some big swings lower, but I ultimately think, we're going to close out 2018 pretty strong.
You got a price target?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Will you tell me off air?
No.
I think I agree with you, Prince. I think we're going to probably chop, maybe have one more leg down. We need 33K Moku by July, so Nomad will come on if you're listening. But, I think we'll probably end the year. I don't want to say either, because I tweeted last night and said I'm going to wake up and Bitcoin will be at 10K, just kind of maybe trying to spirit everybody up. But I got so much shit for that.
I love the attempt, like put it out into the universe and hope it manifests.
God.
Why not?
Well, my Twitter account is just pretty much me shit posting, not really giving any financial advice. SEC, do you hear that?
Let's reiterate that. Don't make any investments based on what we say. Okay, we're just kind of fucking around. Like we try to be, we try to say smart stuff, but everybody's wrong. So don't copy us.
True.
Life is awesome. Asked, do you think consensus will start the bull run? I think we've maybe I know Killer and I are kind of, and maybe Prince too, are kind of in agreement that I think if Tezos launches soon, I think that'll really start things.
Yeah, I think that could definitely help. I don't know if I think consensus is going to be this bullish
I don't.
factor for prices like some people are thinking it will be. I think it'll be kind of a non-event, actually.
I mean, it's happened in the past where consensus has coincided with a lot of bullishness, but we're talking like a sample size of like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
So
way
I don't think it
smaller.
really means anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This someone posted in here, where is it? Erden, one of you bought ETH around the top at 1.2K, still holding?
Me?
I just wanted to
Fuck
bring
you.
that up.
Actually, this is like a rare success story. I think I had Ethereum. I was holding most of mine from like, I want to say like $8. And then I didn't sell near 12, but I sold like a decent amount around like 8 or so, I think.
Oh man.
And I've kind of been largely out of it since then, actually.
Yes, I am a community member. Thanks,
Yeah.
Prince. I just like Adam Troy says Warren Butt Fuzz. Referring to Warren Buffett.
Okay. Let's talk about Warren Buffett for a second. Actually, quick talk on Tezos. So Tezos has been a nightmare, but people forget about bad stuff really quickly if the price moons. So if the price does well, the narrative on Tezos will shift immediately.
Yeah.
So I think they just
as
need to
soon as it
launch
gets launched and it's trading, that whole bias of total scam coin, it's gonna fly out the window when they're like, oh yeah, I got an opportunity to make a buck now. I can trade this.
What cracks me up too is like people will say things like, "Oh, Tezos is vaporware." I'm like, look at the GitLab or the GitHub that they're working on. I mean, they're actively making developments to
That's
this.
the thing, right? Like, there's so much development going on.
Yeah, there's clearly a lot there. It's not vaporware, which would imply that there's like nothing there. It's a pure scam. They ran off, So take it easy on the hyperbole, but yeah.
Superman. Who is the Superman? I keep hearing about Superman.
He's a dude with them ugly shoes.
Oh.
In the picture with Ian Bellina.
Oh, that guy. They're on like a terrace or something.
Yeah, they are terrorists. Yep. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that one killer.
Terrorist, bro. Yo, we had a good laugh at Ian Bellina's expense on the last episode.
Yeah, I got to apologize to Ian if he heard that and if he maybe even bothers to listen to this. Not beefing with you, man. Apologies.
Well, we wish him no ill will, but we're just
no ill will.
About like, oh, you got hacked right around tax time, really, bro? Like,
I could really make a good movie out of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so back to Warren Buffett thing, Killer.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Warren Buffett, guys. I mean, Warren Buffett is, let's get all the obvious things out of the way, one of the best investors ever. His style has been sort of a very value approach where he buys really good businesses at discounted multiples and he holds them for all of eternity. With that in mind, Warren Buffett is a guy, I've said this on Twitter before, Warren Buffett is a guy who did not even invest in tech stocks. We're talking like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, until a few years ago, because he said they were too complicated to understand. And these are companies with, different business models, but it's not quantum physics, I mean, Facebook makes money by advertising. Google makes money by advertising. But still, it was like a little bit too much out of his wheelhouse to get. So with that in mind, take his opinions of crypto with a gigantic grain of salt.
Yeah.
So I think, the technology passes everybody by eventually, even the smartest people in the world. And Warren's definitely one of the best investors.
He was really good at a certain style, of investing, and probably the best ever at what he's done. And obviously, his net worth speaks for itself, right? The guy knows what he's doing in that arena. But like all of us, we have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. Obviously, some of Warren's strengths have been more concentrated in some of the, that deep investing, the value investing areas, and they haven't really revolved around tech. So, obviously tech isn't really his kind of game, right?
No, I got to lay off of him a little bit. He's a fellow Midwesterner. But, this would be like my grandpa. I feel this would be like my grandpa trying to invest in blockchain. Like
Yeah.
my grandpa who can't turn, and granted, I understand, Warren, you can probably turn on a computer and send emails and whatnot, but
Shout out Chapo. I'm sorry I dipped out on our chess game. I was beaten into defeat like a shameful dog.
I had
You
everybody
dipped out
kicking
on
my
mine,
ass in
too.
chess, so I just had to ignore the games for a while. I don't even know if I'm going to be back. I don't even know. You guys have just laid me out on the street
Right, baby.
to die. Like, just I saw Raven in here earlier. He was one of the worst. The guy just absolutely destroyed me every time. Chapel was no good to me either.
Hey, Prince,
Yeah, Chapo's
who's
good.
2-0 against you?
Not you, man. Get out of
Yes,
here.
I am.
Get out of here.
I saw a funny tweet going back to Warren Buffett for a second. So every year, Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's company, has a big get together in Omaha, Nebraska, where he's from. And I saw, so Buffett has like these followers, which are basically like disciples, like they worship the guy like crazy. And I saw a tweet indicating that, the Berkshire retweet or the Berkshire retreat, not retweet, Jesus, gotta get off Twitter. But it's like the biggest gathering of so-called contrarians who all think exactly the same. And I think kind of what that goes to show you is that when a style of investing gets too crowded, it's not going to be as effective as it was when it was first popularized. Because almost every strategy gets crowded out eventually, whether that be algorithmic momentum trading, value investing, dividend increaser.
Hell,
investing.
day trading options used to be the simplest thing back in the day. Like, you hear stories where guys are like, yeah, it couldn't have been easier. It's like, it's changed a lot since then, though. And it's even the guys who are in the trading pits, it's changed a lot. So yeah, it's always those styles, they'll get replicated, and then they kind of, those juicy returns start getting weeded out.
Do you guys really think that, or do you think Warren has crypto or is going to buy it?
No.
I think he's really that old where he's just like, oh, this is poppycock.
Yeah, I don't see Warren. Him and Charlie Munger there. What Munger called it, worse than harvesting baby brains.
Yeah.
Trading it.
He also compared it to trading turds.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but you're going to use that comparison. Yeah, you're a much smarter, obviously wealthier man than I am, but come on. Like, what the hell?
Somebody goes, Warren is bag holding Tezos like the rest of us. Oh my god. He's just on Reddit like shit posting like, what the hell's going on with the foundation and this Johann Gevers?
He's actually probably killer whale.
Yeah. All right. I'm his son. I saw something interesting earlier in the chat that I wrote down. Where it's a game where it's, I don't know who suggested it. I think it was John Braga or something. So shout out to you, Jonathan Braga. But anyway, it was a game where we play this day in crypto history, where we go back a year. And so I'm going to kind of lead this for a second. What do you guys think the price of Bitcoin was exactly 1 year ago today? Take a guess.
Boy.
Well, 1 year ago today.
No bringing up charts, no delays. I know you guys are cheating.
I got to think here. I'm reflecting back on 1 year ago today in my life.
I was fucking cheating.
I was working some garbage job, saving up for school, and I walked out around this time last year, and then Bitcoin took out. I'm thinking it was maybe 2,500 ish.
See, I was thinking 1,800.
Okay.
You're a liar, Dale. You definitely cheated.
No, I didn't. I swear to God. I'll share my screen with you right now.
1,777.
Ooh,
crap.
fuck you, eat dick, Prince.
$23 away, Dale. Holy fuck.
Let that
Total
put things
guess.
into perspective. Holy crap.
That's,
how far we've
you know,
come
yeah,
in a year.
and people bitch about the price. And I get it. If you got in at 20K, yes, you can bitch about the price.
Yeah.
Okay. That
It
sucks.
Yeah.
But look at where we were even 6 months ago. Actually, don't look 6 months ago. All right, let's move on.
I can't believe how close you got, Dale. I'm very skeptical of that.
Yeah,
I swear,
I'm
guys,
calling
right now.
bullshit.
I swear on my Lux
You know,
wall, I was not. I did not cheat.
Get out of here.
I did not.
$23
Yeah, Chapo, I'm
off,
dabbing
though.
the shit. I'm teabagging Prince right now.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
God.
ETH is under 200. Yeah. Christ.
Was it
Oh
under
yeah.
200? I feel like it'd be less even.
You know, it's crazy to think that ETH was once like that was what a 30-cent ICO.
Dude, Ethereum was $89 on May 10th of 2017.
Holy crap!
Holy
Wow.
fuck.
ICO 30 cents. It's the Ethereum ICO.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make you just wish you could go back in time?
Dude, I wish I could go way back in time. Shout out, Dumb. How you doing,
Hey.
buddy?
Yeah. What's up,
Drinking
Chick
that
Fil A?
Steel Reserve, my man. Doing God's work.
God's work, God's plan.
Someone on Twitter, he posted a picture, Dumb did, of a Steel Reserve. And he says, just says, fuck you. And someone goes, PBR is less than Busch Light, which is less than Steel Reserve, which is less than Natty Ice. Do you concur? And Dumb goes, go fuck yourself. Natty Ice is for poor old men or teenagers.
I
got a
hate to say, I think
point, though,
Steel
like-
Reserve is the same thing.
I don't know what Steel Reserve is, but I know what Natty Ice is, and that's the kind of crap that you just hold in the trunk of your car for a summer on end, and you just never know. It's like, okay, maybe if I need some beers, it's here. That's about it.
Dude, Steel Reserve is like a brand of 40, you know, like a very like kind of like a 40
Oh,
ounce
okay.
like beer. I don't know if you even call it a beer. I don't know if it qualifies as a beer because it's more alcohol than beer, and it's
Right.
also 40 ounces.
Yeah.
But that's what I used to drink in college when I was like shit poor, and like I literally couldn't afford anything except like Four Locos and Steel Reserve, and it's largely disgusting.
How much like down here in your guys' way? How much is a 2.6? Say just Jack Daniels or something.
The fuck's a 2.6?
Yeah, what?
2.6? 2 point. Oh my
Like a
god.
fifth?
Yeah,
These Canadian terms,
like a
so
bottle.
I
one
don't
that
even
we
like
drink on the boat.
Oh my god. Okay, never mind.
Ever play Edward 40 Hands? Have you
Yes.
guys?
No.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah, it's fun.
I got a funny story about me with Edward 40 Hands.
Go on.
So we were pre-gaming beforehand, and we had a bunch of 40s, and someone's like, let's do Edward 40 Hands. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So you get taped up, and you can't pee.
How do people not know what a 2.6 is? What is this?
Dude, are you not paying attention?
No, I'm looking at this chat and people are just
Never heard that in my life, bro.
I've never heard that either.
I've done a
guys
lot of
haven't heard
drinking, but
A 2.6.
Yeah. Jesus,
Yeah.
guys.
I
Wait,
guess
so what happened with this Edward 40 Hands, Dale?
So anyways, then I broke the seal already. And then so I'm like, we're just drinking there, and I had to pee literally so bad. I tried to like get my pants down with the 240s in my hand. It was a fucking nightmare. I finally got it down, and I basically pissed all over my pants. It was awful.
I have kind of a similar story, but I was in middle school and I wasn't doing Edward 40 Hands, but I was peeing in a bathroom in a stall and I was standing up and I had my lunchbox on like a little thing that holds the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And I was peeing, so I'm standing up, I'm peeing, and all of a sudden my lunchbox like starts to fall down and it's gonna like fall in the toilet. So I had to release the old piece and grab the lunchbox. And ended up just peeing all over my shorts, and like I just rode out the rest of the day smelling like
Fuck
a
yeah.
urinal.
Blame it on
And like
the
I
kid
didn't know what to
mix.
do. I didn't know whether to go home or like just kind of like tough it out. But I think I didn't have any friends from that day on because I smelled like pee, like a homeless person.
Have you guys ever had Mad Dog 2020?
No,
No, I
don't
haven't.
even know what it is.
You guys are too young. Okay, so you guys also call the 2.6 a 2.6er?
Yeah, 2.6 or 2.6. It's it's just a bottle of booze, right? Like, usually my go-to is Southern Comfort, but
That shit is so nasty.
I just drink it straight.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
God, you
hell
are such a fucking grizzly bear.
yeah. I never used to mix any of my booze for the longest time because I just didn't like it. So out of control.
Gross.
My youth.
Is Mad Dog 2020? Does it have a bulldog on it?
Yeah,
And it's like a black label, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that shit, but I'm looking it up right now. Yep.
2.6 with
Oh,
poutine.
no, I haven't had this shit actually.
Case of 40s. A 2.6 like $20. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of same price out here. It's like $30 out here for a 2.6.
Ugh. Market.
What do
Did
you
you guys see
guys?
what
Oh, you
Marcus
guys
wore
call
a
it
sig?
750. Okay.
What do you say?
He said, my friends took a pull behind camper on a 3.5 hour road trip. Four of them rode in the camper and decided to play Edward 40 hands. The road was curvy and they all got sick and threw up all over the camper.
I don't know what Edward 40 hands is, but that's hilarious.
That's where you take 2 40s and duct tape them to your hand.
Oh man, I remember that from the days of rookie parties with the hockey teams.
Of course you do.
Those weren't fun.
It's like, yeah, it's fun, but I mean, the biggest obstacle is really having to pee usually.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
totally
just
true.
pass out before that.
Yeah, I think the best strategy is just to drink like the first one as quickly as humanly possible, just like completely chug it, and then kind of like you can work on the second one as your buzz develops and like as your need to pee develops, but you got to drink the first one super quick.
I just remember feeling so goddamn full.
There we go. Crypto Khalifa's got it. 2.6 is a 750 milliliter. There you go.
So what were you asking? Now that I
Oh,
got
no,
that figured out.
It already got answered though. I was just wondering how much a 2.6 costs down south of the border.
Well, it depends. What are you drinking?
Well, I don't know, let's say Southern Comfort.
You know the best way to drink Southern Comfort? Dump it down the sink.
Yeah,
$20 for Jack.
It's too sweet for me.
Too
it
sweet.
is. Yeah.
I find it's
What's
like
your guys?
it's just like Di Serono too, just juice.
Oh, Di Serono's gross.
Oh, highest level of hockey I played. Played a little junior A in the Alberta Junior League. But I was a suitcase and an injury case, so I was just bouncing all around. I was drafted to the WHL when I was younger. Again, injuries, all that fun stuff.
Prince, what was your skate time?
My skate time. What the hell is a skate time? I was a goalie, man.
I
I was a
Like
goalie.
in America here, if we have a 40, so I did like a 40 time. I didn't know if you guys had like a skate time.
No, I was a goalie. We don't have skate times.
Yo,
for goalies.
Prince, as a goalie, everyone
Yeah.
they all have like those water bottles they keep on the top of the net, right?
Oh yeah.
How many people spike those with booze?
Well, there was speculation. Well, I had buddies who would, but they were playing like low-level hockey just for fun. Like when you're growing up and you're playing in higher level leagues, you're getting watched, and you don't really want to be wasted on the ice.
Well, nobody's got to know you're wasted, but you can be wasted regardless. You just got to get a little buzz, calm the nerves.
There was always speculation out in Calgary, where I'm from, when Mika Kiprusoff was playing for the Flames, that he would he would have vodka in his water bottle during games. But that's just people being shitheads. I don't believe that.
Prince, you got any live bets going on?
Live bets going on. I have Winnipeg and Nashville game. Ooh, I just looked at the score. Winnipeg's got the win. Game 7. That's big, going up against Vegas semifinals.
Okay.
There we go.
FYI, just if you haven't seen the documentary Ice Guardians on Netflix, fucking watch that. It's amazing. It's about hockey enforcers. It's fascinating. Like, I'm not even a hockey fan, but it's a really interesting documentary.
It's crazy, man. Like it really. I know a few guys, grew up with a few guys who were kind of in that role in a sense. They went out, down into the States to play hockey and all that in junior, and it's a tough life on them. It's hard on people. Definitely a good flick though.
All right. What else we got here, fellas?
No.
The keto diet. Yeah, let's talk about that. So what I'm actually on is like a modified keto diet, essentially. So the first 2 to 4 days were pure hell, and I was super grumpy. But now I feel great, down about 15 pounds. Worst, but maybe the best part is I haven't had a beer in 2 weeks. Depressing. Yeah.
Bushlight's going out of business. In other news,
Yeah, when the hell, speaking of Bushlight, when the hell are you going to come through with the sponsorship that you keep talking about? And yes, everyone listening, we are going to work with Dumb and Shitcoin Talk, and we're going to do a drunk.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do a drunk coin talk soon.
Oh, we gotta listen up in Fort Mac. Woo, you got some cold winters up there.
Fort McMurray. I don't know where
Fort
that
Mac.
is, but
Fort
it sounds
Mac is
Canadian.
like that's like oil and gas. That is big place out there for that. I got buddies who are working up there. Yeah.
That's Canadian?
Oh yeah. Well, like the oil sensor and all that stuff, like it's huge out here, especially in Alberta where I'm at. Like that is our main kind of money source. It's just massive out here, and especially up north, like Fort McMurray, Grand Prairie. That is it.
All right, so guys, let's talk alt season. You noticing any neat setups? What are you thinking?
Alt season? Well, again, I'm playing like these kind of lower market caps right now, so I guess I'm kind of just playing like hoping that Ethereum stays strong, which I don't know. Ethereum's just gonna do what Ethereum wants to do, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not playing the normal Binance coins.
Any
Did you say
special
Binance?
coins you're watching, Prince?
Oh, I don't want to shill coins.
God, you're a douche.
By the way, if Prince shows you a coin, it means he's trying to sell, basically. He's got a long and storied history of dumping on people.
Even to Killer and I.
Yep.
Oh no, just on you and Killer. That's it. That's it.
Fucking gay.
Fucking guy.
Yeah,
Joey.
Joey. Okay, I got Sen, Joey. Okay, not dumping Sen though. Fuck,
No, Sen, we're not. Well, yeah, we're not dumping for a while. I don't think.
No, that's a baby.
Here we go. What do you guys think? SYS and KMD. You know anything?
Don't know a thing.
Let's pull up the trading view.
Sis, a lot of people shill it on Twitter. I don't know much about it.
Sis has got
Komodo, I
master
don't
nodes
really
coming, right?
Yep.
Oh,
I got
that's
a
right.
bag.
Yeah.
Any kind of
That's pretty
master
bullish.
node coin is that's usually a nice little bullish thing.
In the words of Mocho, I have a bag.
Stop talking about Sen.
I mean, in regards to alt season as a whole, I like. Oh, SS. There's one of your boys, Prince.
You guys aren't supposed to say
my
that.
bad.
Come on. But yeah, okay, there's another bag.
So alt season, I don't really know if alt season has even started yet. Unpopular opinion. I hope it does, but I mean, it's been very like specific. Like some coins have pumped, but a real alt season is like the worst of the worst. Just pumps for like 3 months, and we haven't even seen that yet. So I think maybe it's gearing up because oftentimes it takes like 1 or 2 really big pumps to give people enough money to dump into a lot of other alts, which then commences the alt season. So it's sort of like a sequence of events. I'm not convinced it's really started yet, but it seems kind of like a pre-alt season.
Yeah. Like the Marcus comment here. Every time the chart looks perfect for entry, I grab it and it shits the bed.
Me too, Marcus. Me too.
That's pretty much, yeah. That's trading right there.
Trickle down alt season, yeah.
Isn't the market lately? It says Lieutenant says, "Isn't the market supposed to dip in June?" I feel like that's all it's been doing is dipping. But
Crypt Chapo, AirSwap technical does not look like shit. Okay,
yeah, what are you thinking, man?
I'm basing this entirely off of ledger statuses charts, but he likes it a lot here. He's a way better charter than I am.
He likes it, so we like it.
Yeah, exactly. And I
don't
think
even
anyway
know
with
what it looks
AirSwap,
like,
I know you guys are like, shut up about AirSwap. You talk about it too much. Oh well. But I think fundamentally it's so undervalued that like that's going to give you some kind of floor. Technically, I mean, yeah, the chart's been shitty the last like week, but I mean that's a small time period. So,
but that's like a year in crypto.
kind of is though. Yeah,
Oh.
feels like it.
Oh shit.
Somebody asked earlier, end of year, over under $1.5 trillion market cap.
Oh, what are we at right now?
Currently at 417 billion.
Mm,
We have to more than triple from here.
I don't know. You know, a couple months ago, I would have definitely probably felt over, but now only with.
if we drop that to like 1 trillion, I might be with it, but 1.5, I don't think I can do.
Yeah, definitely. I could say under 1.5, over 900.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. 1.5
that.
is a little bit aggressive right now.
I saw another question up here. I was gonna.
Why does crypto Twitter hate on
yeah.
EOS so much? Honestly, I don't know. I like trading EOS. EOS has been a fun little instrument to trade.
I'll give you one reason.
What do you
Pierce.
Brock Pierce. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how
Allegedly
bad I am
involved
for.
in,
Oh,
some
he's
kind
in
of
some shit.
child something or other. I don't know I don't want to accuse somebody, but
Yeah.
it's something ugly. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah.
He's into some weird shit, but
Also, he dresses horribly, so there's that to hold against him. The guy's wearing top hats and shit. Like, what's the story with that? He looks like Indiana Jones half the time. I don't know what the hell it looks like Crocodile Dundee, more accurately.
literally, yeah, he's like a mix of both. I don't know. Just life, man. Crazy, right?
Should be Crypto Dundee on Twitter.
Okay, so he parted ways with EOS months ago. Well, there you go.
I saw Lieutenant A-Rod said he just got his wife into crypto today, and her blockfolio is not looking so hot. Well, delete it and let her come back in a couple weeks. My wife constantly is saying, "Let me see your phone.
Let me see your phone."
And she pulls up blockfolio. Told you to sell a month ago. She does not sound like that, for the record. That's always my wife voice.
She did tell you to
That's
sell the
rude.
top, though, didn't she? Like,
Oh,
she was.
dude, okay, so she's called 3 major moves. When Litecoin went, just bananas there, she calls me and is like, "Hey, we need to get in Litecoin." And I'm like, "No, why?" She's like, "I don't know. I just think it's gonna go." And so like 5 days later, she's always on CoinMarketCap. So she's like, "Did you see Litecoin? Did you? Did you see it?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I did." She's like, "Told you. I told you so." And basically she called after when Ethereum was hovering around 400, she's like, "We should buy into that." And then it just went ham to, 1.2.
She called the bottom.
And then with as cringy as this makes it sound, with Bitcoin Cash, after we had Roger on the podcast, she's like, "Well, I think you should buy some of that." And it was like 1,200 at the time. And then literally like the next night it pumps to 4,100.
Fuck.
And like she's just, and when I know this shit, I try and just not even talk crypto with her, because I don't want her to reminisce and be like, "Oh, what well, let's pull this Bitcoin Cash stuff up and look." And then she looked and she's like, "Are you shitting me?" And then she did the math, and I was just like a dog with its tail between its legs. Sucked.
Bro,
We need a Crypto Dale's wife segment on each podcast.
maybe.
We might.
That'd be better. Fuck. Yo, every new person loves Bitcoin Cash though. I know it's like largely a misleading like troll job, but I mean, people see that Bitcoin name in it and they're like, "Oh, maybe this is the next Bitcoin." It's like, fuck, easy there. Like, you don't know half the story around this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. And yeah, we're calling it Bcash. All right. Sorry, Roger Ver.
Sorry. Well, there's a Roger Ver interview coming out soon, a new podcast, not with us, and it's already people are already like hating on it on Twitter, and it hasn't even come out yet. It's settle down, guys. Like, it hasn't even been released.
Well, and it was Peter McCormick. He was saying, in this interview, Roger doesn't come out looking good. So I don't know why you guys are getting all jabroni or whatever, but he was getting.
Yeah, he was getting ripped on it. It's not even like it wasn't even out. I don't even know if it's out yet, but yeah.
It's kind of a strange thing to say about your guest, though.
Yeah, and one thing I think, and you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, But if Roger wouldn't act the way he did towards Bcash, do you think it would have the same perception in this space?
I think if like Roger didn't act the way he did and Craig Wright just wasn't involved at all, then it would probably have a better view. People would probably like it a little more. But with that duo right there, that is quite a duo for attitudes and
Yeah.
Well, it's hard because like we're like everyone, us three and everyone in this chat right now is pretty deep into crypto, right? Like we know the backstory with Roger Ver and Mount Gox and some of the misleading things he's said and done with regards to Bcash. But there are a fuckload of people who are not nearly as involved as we are, who just see Bitcoin Cash and they see the propaganda around it and they go, oh, this is a wonderful idea. So I think there might be more of those people than people like us where we go, oh, this is some bullshit, And I mean, that was the story with me when I first got involved. Like I was like a big blocker, when I first got involved, I was like, oh, why wouldn't you have bigger blocks, faster transaction time? Sounds good to me, because I didn't know any better. I knew like very little about crypto. I didn't know how misleading some of these things are where, if you give to block size, you take away from decentralization and things like that. And it's a nuanced thing, and it's not something you really fully understand when you first get involved. So maybe he's a net positive for Bitcoin Cash. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife too, when she, was looking it up after she told me to buy it, she, and I quote, said, "You should buy it, Dale. It's the next Bitcoin."
Well,
I stopped. I had my glass of water and I dropped it. And I turned around and I, pointed my finger. I go, "Don't you ever say that again."
Well, get this. So
Dale slept on the couch that night.
And then Dale slept on the couch.
Kind of hungry. I'm feeling lazy, so I'm going out and I'm buying some fucking McShits, and I'm in the drive-through lineup, and who gives me my food with some kid I graduated with, and like, oh, this is good. And I'm wearing, stupid me, I'm wearing a Bitcoin hat. He's like, oh, Bitcoin. Hey, oh, here we go. Conversation gets striked up. Well, first thing he was looking to buy, it wasn't Bitcoin. It was, Bitcoin Cash. Yeah. He was adamant that is what he's got to buy. And it's like, okay, man.
I wonder if it's because it's not as expensive as Bitcoin and it was
100%.
Really
yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
so they see that and they think, okay, Bitcoin Cash. And then they think, okay, cash in real life, and it's cheaper than Bitcoin. Let's just buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, we always say this, like people equate price with market cap. New people think price equals market cap. They think if something is $1, it's more undervalued than something that's $1,000. Even though the thing that's $1 might have a 30 quadrillion supply, and the thing that's 1,000 might have a 100 coin supply. So it's something that, but the thing is, you can kind of capitalize on that if you're purely looking at it as an investment, because new people do think that. And so it's sort of like a greater fool theory, but you can use that to make money.
Absolutely. Markets, it's all psychology, right? And,
totally.
Yeah. Like there's times where you don't, this is what I mean. There's a lot of trades you can take where you don't need a chart. You can just play the psychology of it. And what the crowd is probably going to think over time. Try to be ahead of the crowd.
Wait, what did somebody said Novogratz's tweet on Bcash was perfect? What did he say?
I don't actually know.
Oh, Shooter Crypto McGavin. I got cufflinks coming out my ass. Wonderful. That's awesome. I hope you use the promo code too.
I saw Chapo said earlier, asked if I hit my wife with a GFY, and I did text her my Dale writing that Tyrannosaurus Rex GIF, whatever you guys call it, and it just said the GFY. So yes, I did, of course.
Dale slept on the porch for a week afterwards.
I still am, actually. This was in November.
It's been a cold couple months.
Damn it, I just forgot what I was gonna ask. Oh well. We're about wrapping up time anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some Chick-fil-A, I think.
Ooh, what do you get there?
Nice spicy chicken sandwich. Deluxe.
I might go to
With the
Wendy's.
cheese.
They got like the $4 bacon deluxe burger on right now. So I'm a man
Wendy's,
of
you say?
I'm a man of
Oh,
deals.
wait. Prince has a very funny story about Wendy's when he
Oh my
ate like
God.
3 spicy chicken sandwiches.
Let's hear it.
Dude, I don't even want to bring this up. Like,
Tough.
yeah, Wendy's got their spicy chicken sandwiches on for like, I don't know, $3 a sandwich. And I'm like, frick, that's all right. Here we go. Get some deals here. I don't like I don't like spicy chicken, but for $3 a sandwich, I'm gonna buy that every time. So I got myself
the tightest
3.
person I know.
Yeah. So I got myself 3. Man, I was in pain. Like I was in physical pain. Like my insides, they weren't okay. Like at one point I went to the bathroom. I just hopped straight to the shower because like my arse was just on fire. Like it wasn't good. And that lasted for a good 3-4 hours. I was uncomfortable. Like, it was really bad. So I won't eat those ever again.
Okay, I will vouch for this, like shamefully, but like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwiches give you the worst shits ever. I don't know what they put in that stuff. It's
It burns your
delicious,
arse.
but yeah, you will literally be shitting for like 4 hours, like intermittently, like every 45 minutes. You're gonna have to make a return trip. Like it slowly works its way through your system like lava.
Yeah, spicy and spicy out. Like it's painful. Painful. Never again. I ain't fallen victim to that. Oh, it's on sale. Not again. No.
like somebody goes, Richard McNiven goes, I was in the exact same position. It was bad. I'm telling you, something is in these Wendy's spicy chicken sandwiches. They're putting some
aggressive.
chemical in there.
They're out of control, honestly.
The T-Bell
Bro.
shits are pretty bad.
I don't think those are even as bad.
No,
the Wendy's
those
spicy
don't compare
chicken is
because
a career ender.
it's pain. It's
It is.
straight up physical pain. Like
We don't
like
have
3
any
hours,
Wendy's
too.
around us, really.
oh, you're missing out. Man.
Consider yourself lucky, bro. Okay, it's bad.
All right. Well, we'll end on the talking about poop note. So the worst is Pizza Hut stuffed crust poops. I beg to differ.
we could probably have a show just based on this alone, just what foods and but we don't want to go there. So
I'm trying to keep this professional, people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shame on you for bringing this up.
Our next big sponsor is going to be Charmin.
Andrew soft all the way. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Tune in Tuesday. Yeah, we'll have one coming out, folks. Thanks everyone for joining. From all 3 of us, have a great weekend.
take
Buy
her
the
easy,
Bitcoin. Push that price up. Let's go. Tip your waitress. Later.
Later.